Fucking hog out here. Hey there, this video is my trip to Hawaii, Honolulu. In this video, I take the hard route to the Stairway to Heaven, go scuba diving, go to luau's, and more. First things first, we start off at the airport. I got my bags. I just need to figure out how to get the rental. My hair looks a mess. I still gotta get a hotel room too. Like, I don't know where I'm sleeping tonight. That's gonna be something. So we'll figure it out. See, I found a sign, rental car center here. That's cool. Let's see what we got. Found it. That took a long time. This place looks really nice. Not that impressed with this. Got a bit of a wait here. Well, I guess I'll record once I get back. Okay, so I actually made a mistake. Apparently, I had bought the rental from these guys and not Hertz. I'm just used to buying from Hertz at home, so like it just seemed like that was where it was at, but that's not it. And I think I'm getting a Malibu. I think so. It's a full-size sedan, so more than I need really. And it should be good on gas mileage, so it's not going to be anything like I'm used to. So, oops. But on the bright side, there's only one person in line here. Or one couple. Mine, I'm absolutely clueless. Come to find out, this isn't where I get it. I have to go upstairs again and find the same place to get a piece of paper, and then I come down here, show them the piece of paper, and then I can get the car. I only have 5 minutes and then to do, so oh well. We'll see where this goes. Okay, so I think I was supposed to go here, and actually this shit looks packed. Absolutely packed. So I'm gonna be standing in this line for a while. Man, look at this. Crazy. I am pleasantly surprised. Check this out. My rental. I got a fucking Jeep. Hell yeah. This is awesome. I did not expect to get a freaking Jeep, man. What? Little quick walkthrough. Wow, okay. I'm enjoying this. This is better than a Malibu, that's for sure. After long plane rides and finally getting the rental at the airport, we go check out Waikiki Beach. But I can't stay here too long because at this point, I have no idea where I was going to sleep that night. Right in the middle of Waikiki. Not exactly what you might think, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. After leaving Waikiki Beach, I started to look for places to stay that were cheap. I figured an Airbnb was the way to go, and I found this hotel. It was pretty cheap compared to the other options, but when I arrived, I found out that there were hidden fees that wasn't listed in the app, and I even had to pay for parking. In total, it cost me about $1,300, and it was right in the middle of Waikiki, so I don't think the cost was too bad, considering where it was. I was walking distance from a lot of food places and a lot of tourist things. I like the seating area too, so this is a nice little spot to chill, maybe. The thing I was most excited to do was go on a hike, but not just any hike. I wanted something that would be a challenge. Nothing better than the Grand Stairway to Heaven. But first, I needed to prepare. I start by getting some breakfast, a hat, and a selfie stick so I can record. I got a hat because it was windy and like I'm recording myself and I can't like do anything. Got me an Arnold Palmer. And then I asked some of the locals working the food stand about how to get to the Stairway of Heaven. She gave me some really useful tips on how to get started using the legal route. The Stairway to Heaven or the Haku Stairs, I probably botched that, is a historic and challenging hiking trail in Oahu, Hawaii. It's known for its panoramic views and World War II origins. It's a 3,922 step stairway, and it's currently closed, supposedly due to safety hazards. So there's some legal restrictions, but if you go the back way, which is a lot more difficult than the front way, you can actually legally go and visit the stairs. So despite the ban, many people still attempt to hike the stairs. It's still a very popular destination. So that's what I do. I started driving to the trail, which starts at a valley, eventually leading to the stairway to heaven. The crazy part is that if you have any idea or have any familiarity with Honolulu, then you'd know that I started at the complete wrong spot. I ended up at like this French market where I managed to learn that I was on the opposite end of the island, so I had to keep on driving. I also met a local who gave me some advice. It seemed that they aren't very fond of those who try and reach the stairway of heaven. This was a complete surprise to me. Apparently, there are some indigenous species in the area that could be trampled on by hikers, and he wasn't too fond of that. He said that he'd advise against it because it is illegal to go that route, but there is a back way, which is very difficult. So we're at the start of the trail. I've got the whole thing to myself, it looks like. At the end of this is the stairway to heaven. Yeah, it's peaceful. I mean, it's quite beautiful. Seen some pretty alien looking plants too, which is always nice. So, fingers crossed. Let's see how this goes. The smell of honeysuckle is so strong here. Take a look at this. You can see why. Oh, it smells so good. It's kind of muddy here, so it must have rained. My shoes untied. And it gets steep. Yeah, I should probably tie my shoe, huh? Because I ended up on the opposite side of the island, I had a very late start. I started walking the trail around 1 o'clock, and it took me around 3 to 4 hours to get to the end of the hike. Oh, it smells so good. You can actually eat these. Oh, it smells great. They're humongous too. I mean, you never see these this big anywhere else that I've seen. Strong smell. Okay, so I've basically reached the end of this, if you want to call it a trail at this point. I'm not even quite sure if I'm on trail as much as I'm following just like a waterway. But before it was big and cleared, and now it's basically me squeezing on through. My GPS doesn't know where I'm at, so okay, it's getting a lot more difficult to traverse this terrain. But my GPS has no clue where I'm at, and I should be close, but as you might could tell, here I started to get a bit nervous. I had no idea where I was or where the stairway would be, but I was determined to make it before it was too late and the sun went down. Dramatic difference. And I'm thinking like this is where it rains. Oh, but it just got a lot more complicated, that's for sure. Straight uphill climb. But this is where I'm supposed to be going for the staircase, so. It also looked like it might rain, and I don't think I was prepared to handle a muddy mountain. At this point, it was 4 o'clock, and the sun would be going down at like 7, so I didn't have much time to scale it. Both hands for this. I'm going straight uphill, so I gotta pause for now. I say I'm at the hard part now, but look at that. Incredible. It is incredible. Got a little ways to go. I think this leads me straight to the staircase. Getting down is going to be the hard part. Getting up's hard, but getting down is going to be harder. And it's already 4:46. Gets dark around 7. And the last thing I want to do is try to climb down a mountain when it's dark. The trail is not too bad, but the mountainside wears me a little bit. So, whew, small break. I'm out of breath. If you can't tell, I'm a bit exhausted. Even if I leave right now, by the time I get back, it'll be dark for sure. So, I can't really tell where this ends. I think it goes way up for a while. If I had more time, I'd do it. I'm just worried about the time. Yeah, I'm only off on time because I left at like 9 o'clock, but I ended up on the wrong side of the island. Somehow got the wrong coordinates. So, that sucks. I don't want to give up, but looking at the other valleys, I got a long ways to go till I get up there, so I don't know if this is how I should keep going or not. See if I can get a cellular signal. I was almost about to give up completely, but I decided it would be dark by the time I got back to the car no matter what, and I was determined to see the stairway. I got to the top of the mountain and just look at this view. It was super windy up there, so I cut out the audio, but it was totally worth it. All the way over there. It's real windy up here. I don't know what my hat. Funny thing, while I was recording this clip, I did in fact lose my hat. It was getting late and I really needed to head back now, so I didn't actually make it to the staircase, but I felt accomplished enough that I made it to the top of the mountain and called it a mission success. What came next was a huge surprise though, so my night wasn't over just yet. I hope that bitch ain't aggressive. There's a fucking hog out here. I don't see him, just heard him though. So, the hard part's over. I'm back on the regular trail. It is 6:30, so I got about 30 minutes and then it gets dark. I probably won't be back to the car by the time that happens. I still got a long ways back. But at least I'm not on the side of the mountain anymore. Little did I know, by the time that I got back to the car, it would be after dark. And where we parked for the trail, they closed the gate, so I wasn't able to exit the park at that time. I spent some time making some phone calls. I called the police, and no one was able to help me unlock the gate. So unfortunately, I was stuck there, and I ended up having to Airbnb back to my hotel room, and then Airbnb back that next morning to retrieve my rental. I ran into a new person. It was a peculiar guy. As I was walking down the trail, I couldn't see a thing. My phone was basically on 1%, and in fact, it eventually did die. It was also my only source of light, so I could barely move in the dark. I was watching every step, and I heard this person walking behind me. Come to find out, this person would be Max, a friendly Russian who likes to travel on a budget and stayed in hostels. He taught me some things and we hung out and had a great time. All right, so we are on Friday, 25th. I think, so yesterday was kind of crazy. By the time that I got down off the side of the mountain, it was basically dark. I ran into like wild hogs and everything else, but while I was walking back, I ran into this guy. His name's Max. And last night, me and Max hung out and chilled. We walked back the trail in the dark. Couldn't see, but it was nice. It was nice to actually have someone to talk with. He's a really cool guy, and he was kind of giving me some pointers on just like cheap vacationing. This guy's traveled all over the world, and took a couple pages from his book, you know. He really surprised me with how cheap it is to travel when you budget. Of course, it's not going to be like as luxurious, but hey, I mean, if this is what you do all the time, you make a lifestyle out of it, then and get away with it. Anyways, that's not even the important part. The important part is that, well, so the important part is that the park closes apparently where you hike at. So I parked inside the gates, and I didn't get back till 7:55. And at 7 o'clock they locked me in the parking lot. So I ended up having to take an Uber back to the hotel, and I had to take an Uber back to the car to go get it. I'm waiting on the hotel team to get me a microwave so I can warm up some leftovers. And then I'm thinking about shopping to go buy some new shoes, because I've basically ruined the ones that I have. Let me just grab these. Look at that. They are white and now they're brown. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just buy another pair of shoes so I can kind of look nice. I don't plan on hiking anytime soon. I'm so sore, my body hurts so badly, and I gotta go get the Jeep and then make another decision. I might end up hanging out with Max again today. Today's his last day, so maybe we can get into something. I don't really know what. So before I go hang out with Max, I take a trip to the shopping center, and this mall is gorgeous. I have never seen anything quite like it. I get me a new pair of kicks, and then I meet up with Max. You ready, buddy? Yeah. Make it. Man, I am so fucking exhausted, dude. I was out till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and now I'm over here at fucking 7:19, and I am about to. So Max and I hung out at this place called Broke Neck Beach. I didn't get any footage at that point because I was busy socializing. I'm not really used to vlogging, as you could tell maybe from some of these sideways videos, but when we were hanging out, I didn't really record at all. I eventually brought Max to the airport that night, and that was farewell. I wish I would have recorded more in hindsight, but it is what it is. Later on that night, I went to the club and stayed out, eventually until they kicked me out. At that point, I woke up early the next morning because I had a scuba diving session planned out, and that's what you're seeing, me early in the morning, partially hungover, about to go scuba diving. So I wasn't able to get much for the scuba diving either, but after that, I decided to go get a massage. I really was sore after the hike. And finally, for the last thing of this trip, I went to a luau.
This is a lot of work. Come here. Last one. How many of you first time seeing this before? First time, raise your hand. Yeah? It's your last time too.
So that about sums up my trip to Honolulu. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I'd love to go back, but maybe on a different island, and I've learned a lot from this experience. So thanks for watching. The rest of this footage is basically my flight back. I seen this really cool coffee maker machine. I thought that was awesome, and that's about it. Hopefully we get good seats. This thing, ow, what? It makes coffee. Hi there. Alright, I'm gonna have to buy something, right? And then it closes the shell and opens up. There's no lid though. But I am amazed. I love these things. I need one to clean my house. I need one of those to do that.